Welcome into the very first edition of Inside LSU Softball with Coach Beth Torina. With the coach, I'm your host, Garrett Walvard. On this year's program, we'll take an inside look at the LSU softball program and the players and coaches that wear the purple and gold. Coach, thanks for taking the time to join us. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited. We can start spreading the word about LSU softball in a different way, and we have a lot of exciting things happening with the program. I'm ready to share.
Coach, in the preseason, before you went 25-0 to start the year, before you beat Florida, before you beat Oklahoma, there was a team-building exercise, and the team called it the Oklahoma City Challenge. What was it about?
Well, we learned about this from Brian Kane, who came and worked with our team this year. He's helped us a lot with our mental training and given us a lot of great ideas. So, got to give him credit for this. But it was a great experience. I think it was a nice way to wrap up the fall. A little challenge for the team. They were divided into 3 groups, and they competed in some weight room lifting and obstacle course, swimming, you name it, and they competed against it. And I think they all thought it was a really fun way to end the fall season.
All right, let's take a closer look at Inside LSU Softball's Oklahoma City Challenge.
Coming off a record-setting year on offense, the LSU softball program is hard at work readying for the 2015 season in Baton Rouge. Now in her 4th season as head coach, Beth Torina has primed the Tigers for success at the plate and in the circle, recruiting some of the biggest names in college softball. Last year, LSU set the all-time program records for the most home runs and highest team slugging percentage, while also batting .314 with the top on-base percentage in school history. Coach Torina won't rest on those laurels, though, and worked with LSU strength and conditioning coordinator Melissa Moore to push the team this offseason.
Coach Torina actually approached me with the suggestion that we do something bigger to end our fall training. And we looked at baseball, and what they do is the Omaha Challenge. But with softball, we're in Oklahoma City, so we're doing the Oklahoma City Challenge. We actually have 21 players on the team, so it's split up nicely into 3 groups of 7. And on each team, we have a pitcher. On each team, we have a senior. So we've got our leadership, we've got our positions. So the variables that come into play are how much heart you have, how much effort you have, your ability to communicate is very key, your ability to motivate one another. So those are the things that were kind of the intangibles that have come out in the OKC Challenge.
You know, she's a fantastic strength coach, and I think it's more than just her approach with the girls. It's honestly her intelligence about what we're doing. She's so skilled and so talented that our team is so much better for working with her every year. This fall, we've tried to do a lot of different things. So our theme for this year is one. So we're trying to make this group become one unit, one team, really bond together. You know, instead of playing for the name on the back of their jersey, they're playing for the 3 letters on the front. So we've done a lot of different things we've never done before. Took them on a retreat this fall, went camping. I know I'm crazy to go camping with these girls overnight, but we took them overnight into the woods, had an unbelievable experience, one of the best things I think we've done for team building since I've been at LSU. And then, you know, we're finishing up the fall here with the Oklahoma City Challenge. It is a lot of fun. They're on 3 teams and they're fighting against each other, yet they're also fighting to become the best team they can possibly be.
The team began their Oklahoma City Challenge with the Snake Relay, a daunting run up the countless steps inside Tiger Stadium.
Well, every week we train doing the snake, and that's the student section of Tiger Stadium. And we finished the Oklahoma City Challenge with the relay for the snake. So each player had a different segment to complete, and they also had to throw a tennis ball to their relay partner to advance in the relay. And things became very important in this relay, such as their ability to complete a good throw and communicate with their teammates.
The Tigers continued their teamwork with a relay race inside the newly renovated natatorium. The aerobic exercise pushed the squad to finish strong before tagging out with their next team member.
I really think that it shows your character, and it allows you to build with your team, allows you to work through situations. And I think, you know, that's what Coach Moore does such a great job of, is she, you know, truly uses creative ideas and different ways to make this team bond and make this team build. And we're in great shape, we're strong, but we're also together as one unit fighting for something.
With the strongest slugging season in the books, the Tigers look to improve on their power numbers with rigorous weight training. Nearing the end of their fall workouts, the players maxed out on bench press and squats and put up impressive numbers.
Bianca Bell has done phenomenal. She has set an unofficial LSU record with a squat of 325 pounds. Several of our other players have done amazing. 20 of our players have squatted 200 pounds or more. 11 of them have squatted 225 or more, which is pretty phenomenal. If you've seen our team, they're actually medium-sized, smaller-sized females, so it's very impressive to see what kind of strength that they have.
LSU looks to be very deep in the circle this spring, with 2 returning letter winners in Bailey Landry and Kelsey Selman, as well as 2-time high school All-American Allie Waljasper. While Jasper not only won 63 games at her California school, she hit .488 for her career with 18 home runs. The trio will be joined by Stanford transfer Carly Hoover, a 6'2" right-hander who will be immediately eligible in 2015. Coach Torina believes this year's team has benefited greatly from their off-season training with Coach Moore.
I think the Oklahoma City Challenge is a really fun way for them to end the fall. They've really worked hard throughout this entire semester, and I think it all culminates into this last week. And I think this is a nice reminder for them when they go home for the break. They're on their own. It's on them. There's nothing we can do, to push them or do anything with that. So this is a nice reminder of what they have accomplished and what they still can accomplish. They have one goal, and I think it starts in the weight room, and they will finish it on the field, hopefully in Oklahoma City.
LSU will face 14 teams that played in the NCAA tournament last year, including 3 that qualified for the College World Series. Fans can make their deposits for season tickets by calling the LSU ticket office or logging on to lsutix.net.
That's some next-level training with Melissa Moore. We've got so much more to come when we return. You're watching Inside LSU Softball. Welcome back to Inside LSU Softball. Coach, you set a school record by starting the year 25-0. The players have really bought into your Power of One campaign. Tell us about it.
Well, we worked hard in this offseason trying to come up with a theme that was relevant to this year's team and what we really thought we needed. My staff and I sat down and spent some time just trying to decide what this team really needed to come together. And we felt like the Power of One was a great theme, just trying to get them all to work together as one team, understand that everybody's important, that everybody plays a role, and that they're all trying to accomplish the same goal, and that's to represent LSU in Oklahoma City on June 1st.
You're now 30-1 on the season, ranked #1 in the country. Do you feel like you're at a good spot?
Of course, we're still trying to get better. I think the ranking is really nice, and we appreciate the respect, and it's been historic for this program, but ultimately we've got to just continue getting better and better every day, and the ranking that these girls want is the one that they truly earn on the field that they're going to get at the end of the season.
Well, LSU swept their first SEC series against Arkansas, going 3-0, and a certain shortstop became the all-time home run leader at LSU. Let's take a look at a quick season recap.
The 19th season of LSU softball began with a bang as the Tigers raced out to a school record 25-0, beginning with their home opener against Memphis. The offense plated 6 runs in the 6th inning that night, and Bianca Bell finished 3 for 3 with her first home run of the year. Bailey Corbello tossed a complete game 4-hitter, striking out 8 and earning the win. Senior captain A.J. Andrews ended the game by robbing a home run ball at the wall in left center field, and our cameras caught up with the players afterwards.
I was playing over because that's where she hit it last time, and it kind of took a weird hop, so I was trying to play her last at bat. And so then I saw it, and I was just running for it, and I just thought I was at the fence, so I tried to take it. I just caught it. I'm just happy I caught it. It was exciting.
It was a very good start, kind of slow in the beginning, but we definitely came back in the 6th inning and powered through and got the runs that we needed to get for Bailey, and we definitely did a good job.
It was really exciting. I was really excited to get back on the field with these girls, and they really showed what they were made of, and they really showed me that they were playing behind me today, and they did really well. It took us a while to find the ball a little bit, just different adjustments, not knowing much about the pitcher, and then that just shows you how great our our hitting coach is and how great our hitters are at making adjustments.
Freshman All-American Savannah Jaquish picked up where she left off in 2014, piling up home runs and RBIs to start the season. The California native amassed 6 games where she drove in 4 RBIs or more and quickly took over the SEC lead in runs driven in.
For us, she tells us that we are 0-16 when we practice, and that's what the message is. Every single practice that we're the worst team in the country, and when we go out on the field, then we're 16-0, and we're the best team in the country, and no one can beat us. So I really feel like that mindset, the switching on and off, is helping us a lot.
LSU swept their first 2 weekends at Tiger Park, beating top 20 Notre Dame twice, setting the stage for a huge tournament in California at the Mary Nutter Classic. But before heading to the West Coast, the Tigers welcomed Louisiana Tech to Baton Rouge, taking a 3-0 lead in the 2nd inning when Constance Quinn went yard. The Lady Techsters rallied to lead going into the 7th inning, but Bailey Landry quickly reached base and set the table for Bianca Bell. The junior from Tampa, Florida blasted a double over the head of the Tech center fielder and drove in 1 run to make it a 5-4 game. Still trailing by 1, Savannah Jaquish came to the plate and got down in the count 1-2 before seeing her pitch to hit. This one's high in the air. Left field. All the way back. A walk-off home run for Savannah Jaquish, and LSU wins this ball game. 7-5. LSU now 11-0 to start the 2015 season.
LSU welcomed two outstanding pitchers to the program in the offseason, both with ties to California. Allie Waljasper has compiled a 9-0 record to start the year, the best by a true freshman in school history. Opponents are hitting less than 200 against the 6'2" right-hander, and she's already tossed 8 complete games on the campaign. Carly Hoover, who spent a redshirt season at Stanford, has been a dominator in the circle for LSU. Hoover leads the staff with 72 strikeouts in just 57 innings pitched and has been excellent in relief, notching a pair of saves.
The two freshman pitchers are really, really good, doing great, and I feel like as a freshman, you just come into like college saying, well, no one knows about me, so surprise, here's my skills. Like I hope you can hit it, right? So I feel like that's been an advantage for them, and I feel like they've been feeding off of our other sophomore pitchers who have been through the ringer, so they've really been connecting with each other.
Rounding out the rotation is sophomore Kelsey Selman. Selman is 6-0 on the season with a 1.4 ERA and 6 complete games on the year. The Texas native threw a no-hitter last season in non-conference play and has lowered her ERA by 1.5 points. LSU hosted Arkansas and Baton Rouge for their season opener and shut out the Razorbacks in the first 2 games to win the series. The Tiger pitching staff allowed just 1 run total during the 3 games and pushed the team's winning streak to 25-0. Shortstop Bianca Bell made history in the Saturday game, breaking the school record with her 34th career home run, passing All-American Rachel Mitchell. Bell, who's still a junior, needed 200 less at-bats than Mitchell to break the record. The LSU offense has raised its batting average 40 points from last season and is on pace to break the school record for total homers set last season with 65. With their power at the plate and in the circle, it could be another banner year for the purple and gold. Heading into Gainesville, LSU was 25-0 and ranked number 2 in the country. Their battle with the number 1 Gators is coming up next on Inside LSU Softball. And we're back on Inside LSU Softball. Coach, your trip to Gainesville against the number 1 team in the country had the softball world buzzing. A 1 versus a 2. There were some great performances that weekend.
What a neat thing to happen in the sport of softball, that the 2 undefeated teams get to match up in a 3-game series. I thought that was just great, not just for the SEC, but for softball all over the country. And you know, it was a lot of fun being back in Gainesville, back where I played, and I really enjoyed the trip. I felt really comfortable there. A lot of people I knew, a lot of familiar faces. So it was really fun being back in Gainesville, and it was really nice coming up on the winning end of that one as well.
Bianca Bell, 4 for 4 in the game in game 1, and Carly Hoover in relief, 7 strikeouts. You had some great performances.
Yeah, they did a great job, and I think Friday night we kind of went in there not knowing exactly who we were. I think we had some question marks. We weren't as battle-tested as Florida, but I think after Friday night we understood what we were capable of, and even though we didn't win the ball game, I think we understood that we could play right with them, and I think that gave us a lot of confidence going into Saturday.
Boy, game 2, you guys start off with an avalanche of runs in the first inning. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, it was great, and everybody asked me if I was surprised to see us score 9 runs, and I had to say I wasn't, just because I've seen them do it so many times throughout this year that when they score in huge numbers. They have a lot of big innings, so anything our offense does doesn't really surprise me. I've seen what they're capable of, and it is amazing, but I don't know that I'm shocked every time they score because they're so talented.
Florida's able to put some runs on the board now in the 7th inning. Tied 10-10. Kelsey Kloss steps to the plate and authors one of the greatest moments in LSU softball history.
Yeah, and you know, what a great performance by Florida to come back and tie that ball game up. Shows what a quality program they are. They understand how to win. They're never out of a ball game, even down 9-0. So they sure made it interesting. But 10-10 in the last inning, and of course Kelsey Kloss is at the plate, who, you know, was kind of the hard luck person at the end of the game before, the night before. So, you know, was able to come up with a big grand slam, and I truly think our team would have chosen her to hit that ball. If they could pick anyone on the team and they wanted anyone to swing the bat, they would have chosen Kelsey Kloss for that moment. She's just such a great human being, such a great person. She's the glue of the team. She's one of our leaders, and you know, they all just love her so much, and I think it was nice redemption for the night before, and I think it was a race to get out to the plate to see who could hug her first and congratulate her first. It was a lot of fun.
You take the lead 14-10, and then in the bottom of the 7th, you get the Gators 1-2-3. How much momentum did you take into the next day?
Yeah, we did. I think it was, a great game for our team. We really understood what we were capable of again, and I think they not only showed they're talented and they can hit and they have a lot of skills, but they showed they could fight back and they, could continue scoring, and I think we learned a lot in that game.
Game 3, the rubber match, trying to take the series. In this game, your pitching is just as sharp as your offense. Kelsey Selman was spectacular.
Yeah, Kelsey Selman was fantastic, and she did a great job. She kept them off balance all day long, kept us in it long enough to score, and we were able to score right with them there at the end and then put up some big numbers again, which was a lot of fun to see. We're really proud of Kelsey Selman, a great person too, deserves every bit of success that she has.
Your offense pounded out 12 hits. 3 of those belonged to Bianca Bell. Bianca had 8 RBIs on the weekend. What a series for her.
Yeah, she's just been phenomenal. She just continues to lead this offense, and she's truly set the pace for this team, and I think she's just doing some amazing things. It's been so fun to watch, and just so fun to watch her develop over her career into this amazing person and player that she is right now.
You followed the series win in Gainesville against Florida with top 6 Oklahoma coming in for a non-conference matchup. And Friday night, you got a dominant performance out of Carly Hoover.
Yeah, we really did. I think shutting out an offense like Oklahoma is a huge accomplishment. They are one of the best offenses in the country. I still feel that way even after this weekend. They're just so scary through their lineup, 1 through 9, and with Lauren Chamberlain and Shelby Penley in the lineup, they're really talented, capable of anything. So for Carly Hoover to go out and throw the shutout, I think we played great defense behind her too. She got a lot of help getting it done, but it was nice to see our team win with pitching and defense. It's something we haven't seen a whole lot of yet, but it's nice to see them able to win in different ways, and I think that's really fun and gives us a completely different dimension and dynamic, and that's going to help carry us throughout the season as well.
Late in games, you've always found the offense to win the game. Bianca hits a solo shot. You guys take the first game.
There it is. Hard hit ball to the wall. It's out of here.
But like you said, you've had some offensive moments where you guys get rolling. The team can't wait for that home run to come, right? They've got to do it early.
Yeah, they definitely do, and I think scoring first is one of the things we try and pride ourselves in. So, we want to be the team that scores first. We want to set the tone, and I think it gives our defense and our pitching a lot of room to breathe when we do that. So we can be pretty comfortable and go out and throw strikes and make pitches when we score first. So it's definitely something we pride ourselves in that we're trying to do, and they have done a lot of it this year.
So LSU wins Game 1 against Oklahoma 1-0 with a home run in the 6th inning. Game 2, you're going to face a great pitcher. Kelsey Stevens, a senior with more than 60 wins on her resume. She doesn't get 4 batters into the game before Bianca yanks her out.
Yeah, it was great for Bianca. She was patient, and she found a strike and was able to take care of it and really set the tone for the ball game. And Oklahoma has a great pitching staff. They have a great team. So our offense really did a nice job battling throughout that game and just continuing to score, continuing to put pressure. They made better adjustments than they did the day before, and it was a lot of fun to see them score that kind of runs.
Awesome to see freshman Allie Wall-Jasper get out there, go the complete game. She was pretty impressive and had a lot of run support as well.
Yeah, she made some huge pitches to some huge hitters, and it was nice to see that. She had some moments that I think probably could be better that she would tell you she'd want to improve, but when the going got tough, she made some huge pitches, some ones that are really cemented into my brain that just were really quality and I think were really spectacular. So it was a great performance by her as well. I'm excited to take both games from Oklahoma.
All right, in the last 7 days, you've beaten 4 teams ranked in the top 10. That's a pretty good run for LSU.
Yeah, not too bad. Our girls are playing well. They've worked really hard to get to this point. It's not something, where they just accidentally got here. They've worked themselves, starting with the preseason all the way till now. They just continue to push themselves and try and get better every time we're taking the field. So, we're really proud of all that they're accomplishing, but we know that this is something they've earned.
Coach Torina and I will close out our very first show when we return on Inside LSU Softball. Our Performance Player of the Week has to go to Bianca Bell. She's having an incredible season.
She really is. She is really making history with her performances this year, and she's just set the tone for us offensively. She continues to lead us, and she's really making a lot of noise, not just in the SEC, but around the country with her bat, and she just continues to come up with clutch home runs. She's a tough out for other pitchers. I think she has been phenomenal, and just the numbers that she put up continues to amaze me. Even though I know how talented she is, I just can't believe how comfortable she is at the plate, how much success she's having. And then, you know, she walks into the dugout and continues to set the tone for our energy and our effort level, and she's playing great defense. So it's more than just what she's doing swinging the bat. It's truly what she's bringing to this team as a person and a leader as well.
A power hitter who also leads the SEC in batting average. That's Bianca Bell, your Performance Player of the Week. Welcome back into Inside LSU Softball. Coach, you've beaten some quality teams over the last 2 weeks. Now you got to go on the road and take on another ranked SEC team in Lexington. Kentucky's a quality team.
They are. They're a great program. They're well coached. They have an amazing coaching staff that is really intelligent, that will be well prepared for us. And they have a great pitcher on the mound in Kelsey Nunley that really shut us down last year in the SEC tournament. So we're going to have to come up with some good adjustments for her, have a good plan, and really be prepared, because they'll definitely bring their best game against us, and we'll have our work cut out for us to beat Kentucky, just like we do when we face anybody in this league.
A reminder, you can follow LSU on Facebook and Twitter at LSU Softball, and you can interact with Coach at Beth Torina on Twitter. I think I'm following you.
You better be.
There's still roughly 15 home games remaining. LSU's got some SEC series, some non-conference, and they're hosting the 2015 SEC tournament right here at Tiger Park. Great place to come watch the #1 team in the country.
And the fans truly make this park what it is. They have just been electric lately, have been so great. You're making it the toughest place in the country for visitors to come play. So really giving this team some momentum. The Power 1 includes everybody in the stands too. So we need you guys there the rest of the way.
Next week, we'll preview the Fantastic Four, LSU's pitching rotation. You won't want to miss that. For Coach Torina, I'm Garrett Walford. Thanks for catching us on the very first episode of Inside LSU Softball. We'll see you next week, everybody.
3-2 to Quinn. On the ground to short, picked up by Fagan. Gets the out at first base, but it'll be RBI number 13 for Constance Quinn as Simmons scores, and the Tigers are on the board here in the second.
Congratulations to the Tigers. The 2-1 series win in Gainesville.